Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deso, and welcome to a live demo review of one of our matches we had recently against SpecEds. Um, I had a couple of fucked up match recordings. This one and our most the match before this, we won on Mirage. I don't have one of this. So we are going to do a demo review kind of live, and we're going to talk about it, and we're kind of going to go over all the mistakes we made because this was a loss. But I think demo reviewing it will give me like a good idea of what we can do for the next nuke games going forward because this one was a really rough start from us. So let's just get right into it. It's going to be knife round. I do want to kind of go into just kind of also a weird thing that happened while we were doing this game. When we joined the server, all five of Unplanned joined the server. We kind of got there was a timer for SpecEds to do their bans. And what I mean by that is that the game just started counting down and auto did the bans for SpecEds. And now, while that doesn't sound like a bad thing, right now, like Unplanned only has a three map pool because we're not super comfortable yet on some of the other ones. We want to bring in Overpass, maybe an Ancient, but our teammate, anytime he gets into Ancient, his PC crashes. So um, we're kind of gonna have to see what goes on here. So for pistol round, normally like we prepped for this team on Inferno. We had a really good game plan going forward. We knew how they like to play. We knew what their weaknesses would be. So one of the things that we were really looking forward to was Inferno, and we normally put our last two bans if we can between Mirage and Inferno. We'll only float nuke if we're feeling really confident. But one of our teammates, we had a sub. Ethan, thanks for standing in. That was you. Um, I died through the smoke here. I was very sad. Um, so we normally put it into nuke only if we're feeling very confident that we'd be able to beat them. And we kind of had it ban into nuke by accident. So Mastro gets into a 1v2 here. We had really good entries onto the A site, but unfortunately this was just one of those situations where um like literally legit a last minute kill and they get the round. So the pistol round wasn't super bad. I think if I didn't die through smoke at mini here, like it would have been okay. But that was literally like a 2 second delay on the defuse, and I think we would have had it. Um, so I kind of just want to see in this match what we did wrong comparatively. So we force up here, and I think we do the same thing or we go into a slower play, but I'm not 100% sure. But even on the CT side, what we've been doing is we've been second round forcing because if you watch Tier 1 CS a lot, you'll notice that the meta is to force second round. They reacted really quick. I see on the X-ray here, but so they already have one person secret, one person mini, and then this guy holding the cross. I think in retrospect, I should have one more of our teammates throw this cross smoke so that his line as the scouter isn't for free. And then he had a lot of information here. Once he clears out like top secret, we're basically donezo for. And I think here I was like, let's contact out main. We know where two of them are, and two more were outside. I don't even think I clear this guy all the way. It was a sloppy clear from me, but yeah. The other thing that we really struggled with on this game, so I'll just kind of give you more so a general overview of Unplanned season to date. we haven't been practicing almost at all, and I think that's really coming to bite us in the ass because we're a type of team that once we're warmed up and once we're going, our comms are really good and our like just our general flow with the matches is actually pretty solid. We can do really well with and then look at this. That is so unlucky. And I think I'm on like, yeah, 2 numbers. That's unlucky. There really wasn't anywhere that I could have gone either. I would have made that a little bit better. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, if we practice and if we start off our games like warmed up and pre-scrimmed and we've had a chat, we do really, really well. And I think the next 2 matches you guys are going to see, this one and we have an Inferno game that we just completed, you guys are going to kind of see what happens when we don't practice. And everything that we do is just sloppy as fuck, and it's awful because I know we are so much better than what those results showed, and it was really unfortunate. I want to pull up this guy for a second, actually. He played Mustang. I did hit him. Nice. I'm happy that spam actually does damage. This setup that they had, we had no answer for. 0. And it was one of those things where we knew that they were up here, but anytime we commit to the A site, we never were able to trade them out because they were either double Mustang or double hut, and it was just a really awkward fight for us, so I'm not necessarily sure why we weren't able to trade out as well as we could have. But yeah, going back to what I was saying previously, you guys are gonna see kind of what it's like when we don't practice. It was really shitty. The rounds weren't clean. Um, there was just a lot of like non-communication and communication where like after the round was over, it's like, yeah, actually I should have told you this because this is what I was wanting to do between teammates, and it just kind of falls apart at the seams. So what I'm gonna try to do with my team going forward is start practicing a lot more, at least like once or 2 times a week. Do we really lose 2 to this guy? No way. That's another thing that should have never happened, to be honest. Um, but yeah, we need to start practicing. Like, I work 4 days in a 14-day period. So the way it works is I work 4 and then I have 5 off, and then I work 4 and then I have 5. Like, sorry, so I work 4. That's what I mean. Like, I have 5 days before and after my set, quote unquote, that I have time off with. Their outside hold here wasn't super stellar. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, they really only had the mini guy and this boost. And I think Runchy here sees a lot more than... Yeah. I think we should have committed with the outside smokes a lot more often, to be honest. Nope. We knew they rotated fast. I guarantee this guy's up here and we can't trade him out. I don't remember these rounds all too well, but I almost... Bro, like, look at this double rafter setup. This is like a very puggy CT setup, and we couldn't break it to save our lives. Mastro shouldn't have fought this here. And I was stuck in a 1v3. Nothing... Well, I shouldn't have really moved, but I was also on a timer if I didn't, because of that heaven round. So, Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think our team needs a lot more time in the server together before we fully get comfortable on like together. Where we have found success before with our nuke T sides is with faster plays towards the inner bomb site with our utility. I found that with this particular match that didn't work, whether or not that was because they had already that we like I don't know what we did there because we had two people run through mollies and give free picks. And I was stuck in a 1v5. I couldn't really do anything necessarily. But there was just a lot of like our spacing was wrong, our like I think just overall we were kind of fucked up in this match. Because we threw these outside smokes and then we never committed off of it. So I think they just figured it out very, very quickly that it was a fake. Especially here. Like, hold on, where's Renchi? He's number 4. Look at that. No cross smoke. We need to start throwing that. And that is like 100% on me. Because if we're not throwing that cross smoke, he has free line of sight towards basically everything. And then Sped here, Ace, whoever, this guy, basically insta drops vent and pushes out towards secret. Again, that's another round there that shouldn't have happened almost at all. We were getting the bomb down and the smoke was fading and I had called for that teammate to watch the smoke and he tucked into the corner because he shot a bullet and then had to reload. It's just like the compulsive reloading shit happens, but it was one of those things where I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Because as soon as the smoke faded, he died and then insta traded out. So, whoops. Like genuinely, the biggest issues we had, with this match was our spacing and the communication between teammates. I think if we had not banned Mirage by accident, because one of our teammates had jokingly said to ban Mirage, and we just did it. And then he's like, "Oh, I didn't actually think you'd ban it." It's like, well, if you didn't think we banned it, why would you say it? Insta drop. King Boosta goes down right away. I lurk towards ramp, and Boosta I think gets like 3 or 4 here. He gets a ton. No, and I'm super late on this because they rotated so fast. We didn't even try to play with their rotations. And normally that's something that we're pretty good at is just abusing the rotates. And at this point, I'm just kind of again in a 1v5 because I tried to lurk out late. But yeah. I almost wanna I am gonna watch that round again from their POV. Hello? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna watch Ethan this round. And I'm gonna speed it up to when they go down secret. Because I wanna see like what their trades were like. So they threw the outside smokes. One probably already dropped. We smoked this, good stuff. MJ is entering, which I never like MJ to entry. And look at our spacing. It's just kind of shitty. He took first contact, another single swing, and then at that point it doesn't matter. We also had, in that situation, a ton of util that I don't think anyone used to try to cross on the guy that was at the stairs that we're looking at. I think if we had just... I also think we were trying to push the issue more often than not. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but we didn't... Once we had the space, we never slowed it down and talked it through what we wanted to do. We always just went fast somewhere. I want to see this from these guys. Okay, this guy was here all the time. Where's the other one? Venom. Yeah, double fucking rafters. This is so annoying. This play here was impossible. Like, we had no answer to it. Well, we could have had an answer to it. We just didn't effectively trade out. I don't remember what I go to do here. I think I go for a ramp pig. I think I do end up getting us this opener. And boom. Laters. And they immediately trade out because we didn't have... Look, we gave two free kills outside because we didn't have this cross smoke. So he had a clear line onto MJ first. And then where was the second kill outside? I'm looking for the body, but he isn't here. But yeah. I had no util to work with, and we just fed this guy an ace, and then TFG dies to this op. Like, it's just... This is what I mean by it's, like, very messy. Like, when you watch our nuke game from, like, the Smiley retirement home, it is not like this at all. I think we also took, like, all of our timeouts here. It's just... Watching, like, this is just really sad. For me, anyways, because it's like, what could I have done as like an in-game leader to try to figure this out a bit more? Like, I was taking my timeouts, I was chatting with the guys, I'm like, what can we do different here? Like, their economy at this point, even if we win every single round going forward, we're not going to break it. They're going to have enough money to buy for the remainder of the half. It's just... What, like, genuinely, like, what could I have done differently here? Like, so I think what we could have done is we could have taken like a longer pause and said, listen, our spacing is really, really bad. We need to have this conversation together about where we're kind of struggling and what we can do. I also don't like MJ entering, and I don't think MJ should ever entry because he's definitely better as a player who doesn't take that first contact. Not saying that he can't take that first contact really well on his own. I think we actually lose this. No, we don't. Nice, yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, MJ does better as like a second or even third entry. Once he knows where the where the CTs are, he's fucking nutty at getting those openers. But he has to have that information first. I find that oftentimes when he tries to entry without that information, it doesn't go as well for him as I know that it would, like, otherwise. And again, we only throw those two smokes, so they're going to know that this isn't. Uh, and this guy, look, up in the corner. This was calmed 3 times that he was up there, and myself and Mastro weren't listening. Like, we heard it, but I don't think we processed it. So I think the thing that tilted me the most was that play, because they didn't stop playing up here, and we, no matter, like, even when we got onto the A site, we knew they weren't there, and we still didn't do anything about it. I think this half ended 12-3. It wasn't very good. That was fucking close. Stop giving that pick. Where's that cross smoke, man? We need to throw this. And then look, he drops secret so fast. Yeah, he gets 2. Well, okay, so he got 1 for free. And now is this a round we convert? I don't think that went where MJ wanted it to go. No, that's a big gap for this fucking bozo right here. I legged him, we traded, and I think we still didn't. No one's watching heaven. That nade came from heaven. What a weird flash. What? Where was Mastro's body? Mastro died here, so he must have like peeked this angle as the op was holding it. But again, if it's planted here and we know one's heaven, then why did not one person go this way and watch heaven while the other person stayed like front sight and watch this angle? Like, because if that door was closed, then we knew exactly where they had to go, right? So I think again, it's just one of those things where we just need more practice and time in the server together. And I think what I need to do as well is I need to have like conversations or setups for them if they go into post plant. Like, I want you guys to go into these sections. Where is he playing in front of? Is he playing in front of Mini? Yeah, okay. Bet you one of them's on top. Yeah. We really did a good job. Like, we didn't manipulate rotations enough. I don't even know what the fuck he saw, to be completely honest with you. And I shouldn't have entryed with the op, but we were kind of in a shitty situation. I think if we had a better T side, we would have won the game. Because we did end up coming back a little bit on the CT side, and we just kind of got rolled from there. Like, it wasn't as bad of a loss as the scoreboard right now would make it seem. But if we had made this any closer than what we did, I think it would have been fine. I don't understand how that molly didn't put out... The smoke didn't put out the molly. We just ignored the op. We're gonna fight this guy. But again, that was a good explanation of the spacing being awful. Someone peeked first and died, and then I peeked late and died, and then Mastro peeked after I did, and then finally got the trade. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, rather than being like, okay, let's all triple, like, let's wait, 3, 2, 1, go. We went, someone, myself, Mastro. Frenchie, this is a fucking weird spot for you to play with the op like this, bro. We put them into such uncomfortable positions at rounds, and then we couldn't capitalize off of them. It's brutal. Runchi knows he's on a timer for this Heaven walkout, but he also needs to be cognizant of Mini. Yeah, you know he's pissed because he was watching that for forever. Okay, 12-3 half could have been a lot better. The thing with their their thing with their T setup was that there wasn't a lot of like util knowledge. I called for them to play together. And then I said, MJ, he probably knows you're here. Just watch out for him. Play together for the bomb plant. This is number 4. Not a bad round. Yeah, like a lot of missed utility on their T side. I genuinely think if we had and I hate the fucking FAMAS. I am so bad with it. MJ manages to trade out well. He knows that he's in this corner. Like, I think if we had, like, genuinely, if it was a 10-5 half, like, maybe, like, If it was a 10-5 half and we just won pistol and converted, it's now 10-7. This game's a lot closer. Like, 2-3 more rounds on the T side, and it genuinely would have made all the difference in the world. Like, it's so unfortunate that we just could not get rolling on that T side. I think watching it back now, like, we had a conversation after the game, and like, so TFG here, he used to coach advanced teams in North America and like actually was a professional coach. So one of the things that like I use him as a secondary caller, and Mastro used to call for the team before. So it's kind of the three of us that are responsible for like figuring out what the best way to get this team to function. Both of them were blind as fuck. They didn't have any more util here. So one of the conversations that we had was that MJ just seemed really uncomfortable on this map. And I think it was because we had a sub, but he just, it didn't feel like he was ever in a position where he was taking fights comfortably. Good kill by Ethan, but this is what I mean, like, he got the kill and he's still kind of checking. He's not quite sure. We knew the possibility for a heaven wrap was there, so we called it, so Ethan should be watching it. Yep. I think he might... Oh, that timing. I think next time, Ethan, if... Not that I think you're watching this, but just for my own knowledge, if you get that info, just fall off. Because us putting this into a 2v1 is really fucking scary. MJ does a good job of closing this out, but again, like, this shouldn't have been... This went from a 4v2 to like a 1v1. That's what I mean by this match was just a lot closer than it should have been. Like, and it's just mistakes we made. Like, I'll own up to it. Like, our CT and T halves were awful. Our CT half was a little bit better because we came back a bit more, but like aside from that, like there's nothing special about what we were doing. Can't be heaven. One bullet, TFG. He knows that. That reload timing is just unreal. Bomb was ramp. I'm pretty sure we knew that. So did we enforce ramp at all? I was still... Yeah, I was here. And executed. Gonna watch Ethan this round for Rogue. Rogue, Ethan, TFG, Taylor, Mastro, Joseph, MJ, Deso, Jason. Again, lots of people outside. How do I react to this? Oh, yes. So we knew there was a lot of them outside. And I don't know if they knew that there was a possibility that I went down here, but they froze. And then they didn't commit onto the site. I think I made noise by accident or something crazy because they froze and they went right back up towards A. So I was in a zero of a spot that would be able to help my team out here. So I think if we look here, whoops, yep, T's in big garage. There's two more T's outside. We've lost a lot of map control now, and we are in a kind of a shitty position where MJ now has to watch these. I'm actually surprised that that wasn't more of a kill. Yeah. And that was like a round that was almost 100% on the fact that my positioning was off. Man, there's just nothing really to say in this match. This was overall just a poor showing, and that's kind of all it adds up to. So we go like I also think that I was very uncomfortable on this map because I think I expected us to go into Inferno, and we went into Nuke. Yeah, that was really unlucky. My pre-aim was to the left, or sorry, to the right, and he was to the left, and we got slaunch donked. They're just outside. Yeah. We just didn't have good outside control. That guy had fucking 12 HP, man. Holy shit. I think we actually win this round. I don't even remember what I call. All that I know is that we win out up until about 10 rounds, so we get the next 3, and then they close out the final 2. They smoked off big garage. I swear to God, that's the only smoke they actually knew. Like, there was almost never any outside smokes. I did not hit him. I'm very sad about that. Look at this fucking... Bruh, there's no shot. MJ gets 2 in the meantime. The 2 are still outside. I don't think we knew they didn't have bomb. I think we heard them just running here, and we froze. I think Runchi still gets a fucking kill here. Oh, never mind. Maybe I was thinking of something else. I don't remember if Venom saves or if he still goes for it, but I think we're safe to say that we win this round. I'll watch MJ this round. Again, I'm smoked off, and I don't do anything to help our team. This should have been the call for Mastro to go down. Did he go down? Yes. Don't get caught, look at double. Oh my god, that's so scary. Good kills by Mastro. Where was he? Number 8. This setup. Too far apart. But clean all 5 alive. Damn, just watching these fucking makes me depressed, chat. Or, yeah, makes me depressed, chat. That's all I gotta say. Cryge. Cryge Pepe hands. Not like this. Did I do damage with that? Barely. They just run it outside to ramp. Mastro insta drops. I don't think we needed the molly that quick. I think first he could have smoked for sure. Bro, I'm so sad watching this. There's actually no fucking shot. Wait a minute. We win this round. I win this round for us. Watch this shit. This is the most undeserved round ever in our life. Bro, that was so undeserved, it's not even funny. I think what I also should have called at this point, if I hadn't already, is for Mastro to go secret. Like, Mastro, run it secret, help MJ outside. Do I call that? No. I should have. Because they were abusing outside so much, we should have called that. And this guy put me in a really fucking tough spot. This was a decent reposition. I should have... If I move from here, I shouldn't. I should just keep my ass here. Mastro sees one, he deals damage, he fucks off. Ethan is up there, TFG is here. Runchy is still outside. Ooh, I should have kept holding that because now Runchy has actually... I like the smoke from Ethan. Bro, it still does damage? Pardon? What the fuck did I just get? A clad? Jesus. Oh my god, the fucking crab walk. That's embarrassing that I died to that shit. But here's another round we shouldn't have lost. That was a 4v2, and they got 3 kills in 2 seconds. Wait, we didn't see him? Oh, I don't think Mastro plays 16 by 9. Yeah, and this is the round we... But that's what I mean, like, we were getting exec'd on, we got 2 kills, and it was a 4v2, and we lost the round. I think if I need to watch that round back again, actually. Because I want to see what we did that we lost the round. Okay. And now CSGO is not very happy with me. Hold on, no, we win this round. It's the next round that I want to see. Okay. And now we're speedy up here. Okay, so I think we need to watch TFG. So they're gearing up for their A hit right now. Ethan somehow gets mollied. That shouldn't have mollied him. That's insane. So, okay, so TFG gets blinded like crazy. So where does Ethan go here? And that's what. Okay, so I got slow peaked. Ethan died to the guy that was mini, and then Mastro couldn't hold, but TFG was blind as fuck. I think if we're ever expecting an A hit again, this spot is not the spot to play. I think we either tuck this or we tuck this and have someone else on top of Hut. Like, if he played anti-flash there, he wasn't blind. I still could have gotten the collateral, and then he could have finished up anyone else. Ethan was down here, he should have held for the mini guy, etc., etc. Oh, he actually got mollied there. The fucking one round, we push red the one round, and we fucking get mollied out. That's insane. Yeah, and then Mastro's on a 1v4, and this is a round to win, unfortunately. So, closing thoughts, honestly, like, we could have done so much better. We were just embarrassingly out of sync with each other, and it showed. I think if we, like, spend more time practicing with each other, I think if we spend just a little bit of everything together, it would have been a lot better. But, and here we go. Trade it out. GG. That was, yeah, just a disappointing game, guys. Yeah, so, I don't know. Like, on our, like, closing thoughts, like, I just want to finish it up. On the T side, our spacing was really, really off. And I think we kind of made ourselves nervous by pushing way too much. So what ended up happening was it it made people have the mentality that, like, if we didn't take that space right away, we were fucked, which wasn't the case. Like, we could have taken our time, we could have taken the space our way. I think going forward, we need to abso-fucking-lutely throw this smoke cross right here. And when we don't, it just gives that opper such a free line of sight from here, from here, from here. Like, he could play anywhere. He was playing in front of Mini at one point, all because we would throw one smoke, two smoke, but then we didn't throw that third one. So I think if we ever want to do anything outside, it becomes really obvious that we're not actually serious to committing to it if we're just throwing these two smokes and then not this one. I think if we throw one smoke, two smoke, three smokes, and then like one or two flashes over, it puts a lot of uncertainty in the CT side of whether or not we could have gone down, and then it does something different. We also didn't play with their rotations, even though we know they rotated fast. And I think those are probably the biggest issues that we had. Like, we didn't know what we were doing, unfortunately, against this team, and even when we felt like we had the right idea, it just never worked out. I also think not having a counter, or at least not being cognizant enough to be able to trade out the guys that were playing on rafters, was a huge fucking boon for us. Like, we're confident in clearing this angle out, but like, it's like that extra step up that I think our teammates weren't necessarily ready for. And then on the CT side, I think the biggest issues that we had were, again, I think because we were playing with a sub, we were just very uncomfortable overall on the map. what we could have done a lot better is turtling up, playing in pairs, and going from there. Because I feel like there was a lot of situations where we had man up advantages and we just watched them. We saw those situations where we were up 4v2, 3v1, etc. And we lost eco to people that had just like overextended, over rotated, or made noise. I think if we had just stuck to our guts, played angles where the T's have to come into us, because I think the big thing for my team right now is that everyone wants to fight, and that's not necessarily always the best way to go about things. Um, in this situation, it was a very clear example of people getting overextended and losing fights, because the one thing I have to stress out on the CT side is that we don't have to fight the T's. We eventually have to fight the T's, but the thing about fighting the T side is that you don't have to, because they have to come to you. So it's your job to be as set up as possible and to use your delay to delay the inevitable, like use your utility to delay the hit that eventually comes in. And we didn't do that. We let them walk all over us and manipulate our rotations because we were down fucking 14-10 and we felt like we had to. There was a couple rounds that I got caught out from being in a bad spot. I didn't necessarily play outside to the best of my ability, and it was just overall, it was a very good example of discoordinated team play costing you the match. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of breakdown and demo review from my point of view. I'm sure my teammates and especially TFG would kind of agree with the breakdown. But if you guys want to add anything, like by all means, like I'm always interested to hear your thoughts. Currently, we're 3-3 in the season. We have some matches coming up. I am hoping the goal is to still make playoffs, and I think we need to have a conversation with the team and talk about goals, because um, if we want to make playoffs, we're not going to make playoffs playing like how we did this nuke game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Sub if you enjoyed the video. It'll really help the channel, and make sure to leave a like as it lets me know what type of content to kind of focus on going forward. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.